just an empty shell. Now all hope is gone, left in here to die alone. Banished to the shadows where all is barren and bleak. Now the die is cast, caught within my distant past, plagued by these illusions of days I'll never see. So help me break these chains, now it's time to turn the page. Save me from the shadows, I put my trust in you. Come with me, my friends, this war I can't fight alone. Guide me with your light. There's no turning back, we must face all our darkest dreams. I am so afraid. But I'm not alone in this barren place. When all fades away, you'll stay by my side. And I was blind, but now I can see the future that lies just ahead of me. Oh.
What's going on, everybody? How we doing? Happy Wednesday to y'all. Let's try this window. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? Happy Wednesday. Hopefully everyone's doing well. We're gonna go into some old school Final Fantasy. Old school Final Fantasy with a twist. So we're gonna play some Final Fantasy 1. It has completely new job classes. We've played this mode a couple times, where we've picked, some different classes, and he had an update not too long ago, a couple months, I think, where there were some new job classes that were released. So I kind of want to take a look at some of those and see, you know, just what we're doing. Again, this is a fan-made recreation of Final Fantasy 1, and it's called Final Fantasy Renaissance. So let's just hop over into game, shall we? So just to show you what we're dealing with here. This is our game that we're dealing with. Hopefully, kind of wanted to make sure I launched it with all the logos and stuff like that, so that the creator of this thing can, you know, who needs new job classes when you can be a fighter, arm yourself with sword chucks, and wear the armoire of invincibility. Look, when you've got new classes, oh, that's it. I should probably check. I don't know if I've refreshed. There we go. So I also changed a little bit of stuff with the way that the hunt works. We'll see how things play out. I don't know. We'll see whether or not things work properly. I also don't know. But what's it gonna hurt, right? Let me just make sure I got all my... You've already made your attack, for instance. Huntbot is being weird. It shouldn't be. I don't think it would be. It should be weird. I thought everything was running properly with it. Is it not? Okay, so right now, okay, so let me see. Okay, so the reason that took effect, Merilith, is because the Esper hunt is a separate entity from a regular hunt. It'll just continue. It'll, as long as I have the bot running, you know, the hunt game stuff, it will every 5 minutes it will do an attack. Right now, I think it's set for every 5 minutes. It'll do an attack on the Esper, which is what you see in the bottom left corner of the screen. If we do a an actual start hunt, the logo should change, and it did. Thank you. And then now we've got a new active hunt. So exclamation point join hunt to join that hunt, to join the standard hunt. So it's basically just letting you know that, hey, there's a change that's happened, and that's what we're gonna run with. So a Marlboro. Have I mentioned I just love Marlboros so much? They're so much fun. All right, but we all have seen Final Fantasy 1. Well, if you haven't seen Final Fantasy 1, you should see Final Fantasy 1. You're going to see Taters with a 65 months. Hello, my dear. How are we doing? Thank you. Would you prefer Spuds McKenzie? Maybe. We're gonna do a new game. obviously. We're not doing classic. So the guy that rewrote the game no, the original game, but also the Renaissance mode. Not off the top of my head. The name sounds familiar, but I just don't. So we are clearly gonna do Renaissance mode, and we are not gonna do any of the standard classes. So we're not gonna do a warrior, we're not gonna do a thief, we're not gonna do a monk, we're not gonna do a red mage, we're not gonna do a white mage, we're not gonna do a black mage. So our options that we can pick from: blue mage, dancer, geomancer, lancer, trainer, evoker, time mage, green mage, bard, dark knight, spellblade's new, archer, ronin, and machinist. I want to do a machinist, and I want to do a ronin. So just because I am not creative, I want to do a machinist. Machinist has to be Sid. I mean, let's just be real. Blue mage only. Have I done a blue mage? I'm trying to think if I've done a blue mage yet with these classes. I don't know if I have. What do we want to call blue mage? I should call him Bluey. I'm such a dork. Icy Pop? Maybe too many characters. Hang on. Icy. Might fit. Well, Icy Poo. Bob. Bob is lame. I feel like we need let's see, Final Fantasy X. Who is it? Let's see. So Final Fantasy X, our blue mage was Kamari. Also too many characters. Final Fantasy 12. Blue mage could have been anybody. I'm good with calling him Icy, though. Sure, why not? So now, look, really, the last question is, what should we do for our last character? God, I almost want to do Bard just because a Bard is always so bad. Oh, I feel like I'd be setting myself up for failure if I did this, though. We could call him Spoony, because, you know, Spoony Bard. Could call him Edward. A support class whose claim to fame is their prowess in the art of song. Silence, using harps, hiding from combat. That's because he's a wuss. God bless it. Call him Volo. Who? The Bard? Volo. Not Vulo, Volo. V-O-L-O. Sure. What the hell? So we're gonna do a Ronin, a Machinist, Blue Mage, and a Bard. So the Ronin and the Machinist are the new classes that were done in this version in 2.2.6, if memory serves me correct. Never played them. I don't know. Gotta see what my buttons do here. Okay, so pay tribute. Offer a prayer to summon the spirit of a wayward Roni to learn secret techniques. Must be used at the location where a Ronin fell in battle, marked by cherry blossom flowers. So, okay, so we need to keep an eye out for cherry blossom flowers, clearly. Traits are passive entities. Jitsu. Gains tactical points for physical hits dealt and received. Allows use of unique weapon skills by spending TP. Weapon skills can be chained together if enough TP are available. Bows earn 2x. Okay. Break down any weapon or armor into its component materials, which can then be used to construct magical tools or given to a skilled blacksmith to forge something new. Good lord. Merilith is on an upgrading spree here. Tinkerer. Excuse me. Can construct magic tools using spare parts from item shops. Okay. All right. First things first. Let's... a thin, pointy sword. At least there's something that everyone can equip. Give that to lore. Though we're not going to. Curiosity kills the cats. Am I gonna have no spells power whatsoever? I'm not gonna have shit for spells. Okay, so we're gonna need, get out of the way. We're gonna need to invest heavily. You might be needing a tier 4 spell. We're not there yet. So I don't want to spend all of my money on things because we have no way of healing ourselves. So I want to get 1 tent. I don't heal anyways. No, see that's not true. I do heal. I just tend to attack with my healer. Okay, so music attacks all of them. That's good. Okay, speed needs, you need to go, there we go. Actually, hang on. Let's take a look at instantly change currently equipped weapon. Don't care about that. Nothing that he can do, so you can fight. Lure single target monster skills. Sure, whatever. And we'll just fight. I know better than to go up here right off the... Except you have... Sure. Okay, fine. You heal by reloading a save. That's not true either. I do heal. I just am very selective when I heal. That's all. Dum da dum da dum da dum dum da dum da da dum 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 dum. Just because I don't know how I'm gonna deal with Garland just yet. We don't have any attack. Or we don't have any magic rather, so we can't do like... We're gonna have the same problem. We're gonna have the same problem with Numbnuts. Astos. Actually. We're gonna have a lot of problem. We're gonna have a lot of problem inside the cave. How long do you plan for espers to run? So espers are the current esper that's up there is gonna run until he's dead. I mean, and then once he's dead, we could always start another one. An esper fight is intended to take time to kill. It's not meant to go down in one stream or two streams or whatnot. It's intended to take a while. Should probably get some weapons for Sid and Icy. So how much? Well, I don't know, how much money? How much money do I have? I probably don't have much. 90 gold. That might be enough to get something. Okay, so he can equip an... Alright, yeah, so you're gonna go ahead and take this, Sid. And then we need to get something for him. Because you're gonna need everything that we can get our grubby little paws on. Achievement get well-rounded. Ah, yeah. Did I already have full armor? I did not. I need something for Icy and Bard. Icy, we don't have the money for that. I would choose... I think what we'll do is... Oh, hello. Okay, run until death, not runs for 30 days. Correct. Yeah. No, the Esper is gonna run until it's dead, and then we can start up a new one. So I'm so impressed that like the Bard is actually doing some damage. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Though I do wonder how my scaling is going to happen the minute I walk into Topher. Or Toph. but I'm too stubborn to like not come after. Nah, it's not bad. Actually, I need to be. Do, 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 do. This is where it's going to start to get. Great imp, dead. So you're okay, you're okay. I don't think these guys are going to have anything. Hide. No magic. Fight. Bum bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum ba dum ba dum ba ba dum ba dum bum ba ba bum ba dum. Wow. Grey Wolf has got some health. Wolf's like, you can't take me. I'm like, oh yes I can. I mean, sure, I guess we'll hit me. Yeah. Hi. Hello. Hi. Gentle. Gentle. You guys are always trying to nip at my fingers. Sushi, what's going on? How are we doing tonight? The puppers thank thee. Dum dum da da dum. Dum da dum da dum da dum da 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 da. They heard the sound. They come. Oh yeah, they do every time you guys play that. They're all about the sounds. I should heal. One damage isn't too bad. Though I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried about Garland. Or I mean, I'm a little worried about whoever's in this temple. Screw it. We're just gonna go. No one touches my princess light warriors. You impertinent fools! I, Garland, will knock thee all down. Hi. You're gonna. Woof. Garland, stop punching me. That's rude. Don't you know this is a one-way punching street? Me punching you is acceptable. You punching me, doesn't matter, you did. Thank you for saving the princess. To aid your quest, I ordered the bridge be restored. And a loot as well. Is there one of your party who is proficient with tools? I have something I think may be of use to them. It's you. I've been looking for you. My ancestor created this schematic. He claimed he grew up in a city among the stars. That's ridiculous. Okay. Use the loot in battle? I think not. That instrument is a priceless family heirloom. Okay, so inspired to... Oh, that was interesting. Do, 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 do. We are a long way off from finding a war mech. Curiosity kills the cat. My sister is back safe, thank thee. So one of the things with the reason I'm switching between all the characters is because that's how you use their special skills. But you don't know anything until you talk with people as different people. Stop it. Okay, I'm missing somebody. Bet it's this dude. Nope. Rejected. We didn't get anything from... I'm missing one. If I was a keeper of a song of courage, where would I be? Maybe it's in a town? Let's see. Some townspeople react differently depending on who they're talking to. I'm Erwin, the dancer. This is no ordinary well. If you're planning to venture far from the city, you best take some heal potions with you. Okay. Learn Knight's Mine. Okay. Who are you? A blue mage, huh? Maybe I can help you out. I am a traveler and a collector of rare monsters. Care to go a few rounds with my Cerberus? Oh my god. You just might learn something. We will, but let's go save it first. Because I see bad things happening. I fixed the Esper thing. I did. I haven't like just been ignoring everything, guys. Forge. Okay. Should probably do that. Savings for the week. Sometimes saving is for the week. All right, so we learned a skill. Oh, we're good. No. I feel like we have what we need to advance. Though I kind of feel like we need to buy Icy some armor. Because we're... Oops. We might as well buy Volvo one as well. They already have weapons. No, what we should do though. So the hammer does 9 damage. Pistol does 4. Oh, but he can learn. Damage 5 though. I mean, problem is I shouldn't do that. As much as I like the idea, you know what? Hang on. I have to test something. Skills. You. Interesting. So it says I can deconstruct it, but at the same time, it doesn't let me deconstruct it. Maybe it has to be on that character? Huh. Icy silk and negligee doesn't count as armor, you say? Nah. Of course not. Why would it? You know, I mean, it's... Oh, whoops, that is not what I wanted to do. First, get all your windows back up. All right. We're gonna go on an epic journey to a bridge of long forsaken friends. And so, their journey begins. What awaits the four, they do not know. Each holding an orb that 2,000 years ago shined with beauty. Come, start your journey. Return the light of peace to our world. Programmed by Brandon. Because silk and negligees are the ultimate plot armor, showing everything and nothing at the same time. Why did the battle start without showing the enemy first? Which enemy, Sushi? I wasn't watching. What happened? So, yeah, so the Esper's the Esper fight currently goes every 5 minutes. I'm probably going to change that, but when I was testing, I needed something to test with. So, I mean, and because my character, I mean, my person themselves, I mean, I have like piss poor stats because I haven't given myself anything. So, because again, testing. Okay. We have no reason to go up to Matoya. That said, let's go up to Matoya. Because I kind of want to figure out how some of these... Okay, so that doesn't do anything. Whoops. Why don't I have... Interesting. And what did you learn? You learned something new. Scorch. Deals 14 base fire damage. That's not bad. The reason to go up to Matoya to get directions to Y'shtola. I mean, she was pretty cool. Though I kind of liked Alice a little bit better. She's best girl? I don't know. She's cool, but Alice is what is the blue dot? It's okay, Sid's taking a dirt nap. My guess is more than one person's going to take a dirt nap here. Really, you aren't doing shit. That did 32 damage. I need to see what's here. What are you? An old dusty piece of parchment lies forgotten on the floor. The symbols written on it appear to be designs for some sort of illuminating device. Obtained a flash bulb. See? This is why you go exploring, everybody. Also, I have a dead person. Sid's fine. Alice says no Fran or Freya. I mean, obviously. Nor Ysaoli, Freya's best dragoon. So I've got something kind of. We're gonna be playing Final Fantasy IX again soonish. Ooh. Y'all ain't got a chance in hell of taking out Gilgamesh. I don't think. What? Actually? You did. What happened to Gilgamesh? Well, you guys have to remember that I've got the way that the code is currently is that depending on how many people join in the fight, the enemy's HP scales. So it's not very balanced at the moment now that you guys are starting to get some stronger weapons and spells. So I think I need to tweak it's some. I don't want it to where every single time you win. I mean, there needs to be some times where you lose. Help? What if I don't want to help you? Help! Help! Actually, before we, I don't think I can equip any magic. This is. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's only all of my gold. Oops, not that. Weapon. Which... Shoot. I forgot it costs to restore people, doesn't it? Okay, well, how much is an in? So we need at least 100 gold is what we need. No, the inn doesn't res. But what the inn does do is the inn will give me back my spell charge that I can use Scorch on the pirates. At least that's the... God, you guys are taking a damage chunk and a half out of, like... the Esper. Mrs. First attacks for 5 damage, Sushi for 88, and Merilith for 88. Poor Lore. Stay alive, buddy! 46. That's enough to get to sleep at the inn. So let's go ahead and do that. At least this way it lets me save. Bye. Yeah, 88 while I wait for spell to recharge. Okay, you got me. Take me ship. What'd you say? Have you ever heard of the Dragon Sages? They're famous among the Blue Mages. Wire. Okay, we'll do that in a second. Let's check and see. Hello. Hello, hello, Miss Ella dear. How are we doing today? Everybody, welcome on in. How was stream, Ella? I mean, you might as well give him a sword, a shield. They've already got that. Gloves, I mean... I think we'll give it to the Spoony Bard. First in stereo is weird, but fun. First has issues. Okay. Wait, where the hell did you come from? All right. We will do that, but I think we should save again. Because I'm a sissy. Let's see. Did you see this HP before I joined? No. Hey, get back here. Oh, well, that sucked. 1 damage. This is not looking good. 4 damage. This is not looking good. $43. I mean, that's a little better. 3 damage. Yes, and first issues are delightful. For instance, Spawn and Elder Spawn. Big Eye got. Hell yeah. Icy needs more data. No! Oh, I forgot to use the... Frick! I forgot, you. No, we're not going against a tone barrier at the moment. No. In fact, Toneberry doesn't even exist in this game. You're a little early there, Sushi. I'm just saying. All right, did we learn? There we go. Okay. Now. This is so sad. I can't learn any of this. All right, let's focus on health, I guess. Get out of the way. Though, I kind of want to see what this stuff does. Power size. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine. 5 of those. I have to know. Will I pay for that later? Probably. It's so weird. So I've got 3. I'm trying to find the 4th one is what I'm doing. But I don't know where the 4th one's at. This is... so weird. No spell for you, go grind. I mean... this... See, I would have thought that the pirate would have given me one. Nothing. Interesting. So where am I gonna get my... Nope. Woo! Shit move fast. What is my phone blowing up about? Do 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 do. How does one deconstruct? Hi, Shark. Merilith is upgraded to an ice brand. Yep, I think I'm gonna need to modify the bonuses. Poor Sid's a level down. Yes. Small party size has a bigger bonus. Actually, let's test something, shall we? Hold, please. Let's see what this does. Save. Oh, that all depends on how the things are set up, Merilith. So, for example, if we take a look at the thing, I can tweak the multipliers. And this just isn't something that I have even attempted to try to dial in at the moment. So, but it's in the plans. It just, ow. Just looking at how things are currently. Oh yeah, I mean, Dwarves aren't born with the ability to see in the dark, you know. It takes years of walking into things. That would suck. Why'd you want to do that? Looking for the floater. So that's the hint about where you would get the TNT. The bracelet can protect you like armor. Did you meet our blacksmith? No, not yet. We're working on it. One of our scouts has returned from Garugu Volcano Agama. Watch out for its heat attack. Sure, what the hell, why not? Oh, damn! When's the last time I saved? It doesn't matter. Oh, thank God. Alright, defeat Leviathan had 700 health. Party only dealt 376 damage. 4x damage. Got away. Da, dun, da, dun, da, 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 da. For anybody watching on whatever platform, whether you are on YouTube, Twitch, whatever, exclamation point, join hunt, exclamation point, start hunt works on both, on every platform I'm streaming to. So by all means, make sure that you, ooh, hello. You look like you know your way around. You're welcome to practice at my anvil. I'll let you keep anything you make for a small fee. Would you blow? No shit. Really? Interesting. Yeah, I don't have any silver. Sorry, well, I changed. Yeah, I changed the multiplier. I didn't change the text because I left the text kind of. Actually, no, I did change the text to a 3x. Oh yeah, no, here I didn't change it. This would have been 3, 2. I know how to read. Save. Rigged? I mean, look. What's augment? Oh, fudge. Where did I get the wind from? I mean, you cannot use this. Weapons cannot use this augment. Well, you stink. Well, I'm determined to figure out what this does. Ah, okay. Can I remove it? Sure. Interesting. Oh! This is what... This is actually what I was trying to figure out how to do earlier. Ah, okay. Okay. I'm learning, that's all. Trying to figure out how we... Now, I know that we can't get into here, but we can talk to Narek. If only I had TNT. You don't have TNT. You suck. All right. So we're also missing at least 3 dwarfs to be able to complete the song. Get out of the way, right? Hey Val, how are we doing today? First knows how to read, just like how he measures shots. Look, I can't even argue this. Oh frick! Shoot. I wasn't paying any attention. Damn it. I completely forgot that I went in there and... Darn it, darn it, darn it! New hunt has started! Exclamation point join hunt to join on in. And joining into the hunt will automatically join you for any active hunts that are going on. It'll let you go with the standard hunt, which is what start hunt does, and it automatically joins you into an Esper hunt if an Esper hunt is running. So I'm actually very curious to see what happens when Esper's goes out the rest of the way, because it's one of the few things I haven't really been able to like fully test. Wow, I wonder if I should... Keep me casting Thundaga and the Esper, and we'll see what happens soon enough. Well, like I said, the I know I need to tweak the health of monsters. But the way that the code is currently configured is that it takes a look at party strength. I think, let me think about this. It should take a look at party strength. And after 30 seconds, it pulls a monster based off of party strength and percentages of that. So I do want to go to the item shop because I kind of want to... Yeah, so you've got bolts. Let me just... So here's the thing, right? So, damn it. We can buy pieces parts, but we don't... but we can't use them unless we're at the forge. Okay, I mean, I suppose... I'm wondering if I need to adjust the... There really wasn't anything over in the dwarf cave yet. There was money. Yeah, we should go up there and grab the money. There was also the Esper. There was also the attack of the blue mage. We should probably go back up there. Dude, Sid, you were like not hitting anything. What the frick? Also, you belong in a different slot. Why? You died. Okay, 1 of 6. 2 of 6. Three of 6. Oof. I know he's a fire-based guy, but let's just see what happens. Does this game have... Okay. Bye, Egma. Did he learn heat? He did. Okay. Did my guy die? The answer is yes. Yes, he did. I refuse. Damn, that hits for a lot. Damn. Did it again. A little better. No, I can kill it. I just don't... I want Sid to be alive when the fight is over, so that I can take a look at the anvil, because I bought those other items. So as long as the egg doesn't use up, screw him. He can die. Well, we need him too. You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I want to see what. Right, we have the same problem. We don't have any. We don't have any silver. Wire. Okay. Okay. So we can't do anything as of this moment because we need silver. Water defense. Okay. Did I? No, I didn't. All I know is if I'm having... I didn't heal again.
Oh, no.
Not again. That was well timed. Heal first. Remember how earlier? Oh, screw arachnids. Sid's not doing jack diddly squat with the, oh, sparkly? Okay, sure. I apologize in advance, everybody. Okay, I'm not sorry? I don't... Get out of my way. I don't think this one has pure. Oh, it does have some pure. Okay. I love that it lets me like bypass the amount that I actually have. Yep, we'll take that. Sure, and we'll buy a tent as well. I've never... It's a different way that I need to play. Is the thing, right? I don't have the money for it. Fine. I don't even know if I want to come down here. Yep, so we need to find Sid a new weapon. We need to find Icy a new weapon. We need to get them all some better armor. Let's see what Elfland has. Save our prince! No. We should probably... Diablos wins. Well, I ain't gonna do jack diddly squat with only 100 health or 100 gold. I think I drank too many pure potions. Now those snakes just make me sick to my stomach when I see them. Okay, so it's not always in the spot you think it is. Right. Good to know. Do you want to fight a red Hydra? Not yet, I don't. Because we are a long ass ways away from that. 7 damage. And I probably don't have enough for this either, huh? Oh, I do. The grind has begun. It's been legendaries. Really? Oh, you know what? Well, never mind. Curiosity. We do... Not gonna sit here and listen to. I remember when I was first played this game, I was stayed in this area for the longest time because I wanted a silver sword, and it takes 4,000 health for that. But dang it, this was a good spot to grind. It should have just been RNG. Yeah, the higher tiers have a less chance of appearing. So for 4 of them to come back to back to back is surprising, honestly. Now keep in mind, the code could be totally borked up. I mean, I've had to fix a bunch of stuff over the past couple days, so because I added another platform for things to be able to monitor, because as soon as I get access to this Final Fantasy 9 mod, I'm still going to be streaming it to Twitch and YouTube like I always do. But the developer asked specifically if I could also stream it to Kick. So once I have that, I'll be streaming to all 3. Because shoot! First got sidetracked. This could be. Wow! How in the world did he do 600 damage? I did 7. Because you guys have, right, there's a, I forgot. So that part should probably be tweaked. I have issues with it as well. Which is why it's not my thing. It's just what the developer asked me to do specifically, because they're trying to improve the JRPG genre on Kick. So, which I'm fine with. So, $300 times 1.5 plus 180 plus 1.5 or times 1.5. So we'll see. Man, I may need to adjust the frequency of the hunts. That's the other thing I should probably look at. You will probably keep rolling Thundaga because the way the code is structured, and this is probably a me thing more than anything. If a person owns a spell that a monster is weak to, there is a 45 or 50% chance of you using that spell. What is it? Hang on. If we take a look at configuration, so there's a built-in weakness multiplier that if an enemy is weak against a certain thing, it does. Should better change that. It does 1.25 damage. Save. If the there's only a 5% chance of like tier 4 to spawn. 10% for tier 3. I mean, it really shouldn't have been coming up as often as it did. Interesting. Well, I just changed it. It was 1.5. Again, I'm tweaking stuff as it goes on, because it's only a matter of time before people are strong enough to take on pretty much anything and everything. So it needs to be able to scale. I deliberately had it scale at the start of it so that people could complete a fight, right? Because if you're attacking with a pocket knife for 5 damage, you're not going to kill a simple boss that has 40, you know? So I had to build in some kind of a multiplier, since obviously, you know, I'm a small streamer, so it's not like I'm going to have, you know, 300 people or 100 people all joining up in it. Yeah, that's been tweaked. It's going to be a continual tweaking. Oops. Words are hard. It was amusing. I mean, amusing can be good, but amusing can be bad. Ba-dum, ba-da-da-da. Though I think so as we've been sitting here watching, it would be nice to add some slight randomness beyond crit and weakness and resist. For example, give me some examples. You need a better weapon. What's my house? What's my 1,000? It's probably not enough. I mean, there is. Okay, so there is a chance. For example, for a spell to miss, there is a chance for an attack to miss. What is his current harp? Two. I'm fine with that. Probably should even increase that just as a short term. We'll give to Icy because I need more power, more input, Johnny 5. $400. Is that enough for me to get anything in terms of a little bit better armor? Iron shield, which no one can equip. Wool. Yeah, I mean, since we can't have any, we don't have any, we can't earn any spells. Or purchase any spells, rather. I have never seen an attack or a spell miss. Well, let's see what it's. Let me see. Spell evasion is turned on. If on, monsters can dodge spells. Weapon evasion is turned on. So here's what we're looking at. Is our combat and balance section. So unfortunately, the weapons are hard coded in terms of a damage. We could probably make this scalable, but it's definitely not something that I could do now. But it is scalable. Yeah, Yizmat's gonna be super rare to come up, but he's also going to be a super boss that comes up as an Esper hunt, who's going to have an insane ass amount of health. Because, so what I don't see, so we have the option to turn them on and off, but I don't see where we can set the evasion rate, the chance. Which that is a legitimate thing that we need to fix, or that I need to address. Weapon and spell evasion. How do these currently work? And we should add scalable values for this with toggle instead of check mark. Then we also wanted to look at the, what was the other thing that you'd said? There was something else you said, Merilith. Oh, weapons. Is there a way to make weapons it on a slide/scale? For example, if base damage is 10, it has an error up to 10% up or down mark. Let's see what that does. If you can't scale the weapon damage, two options: randomize the multiplier, say 3 decimals, 2 use odd numbers. No, I'm sure there's a way for me to be able to do it with it's just not something that I can modify the code right now for it, you know. So doable, I'm sure. You know what I haven't done yet? I haven't gone into Elfland proper castle to see if there's any songs or anything like that that I could learn from people in there. I also haven't come across the... Did we come across the blue mage that... in here? Just tell it to roll 1d10 plus 95. The Cave of Dwarf is at the west end of the Aldi Sea. My friend in Gaia, far to the northeast of here, has sent me a mana core. I'm too scared to even open its cage. Will you do it? Screw it! Ugh. Damn, that hits. Okay, well, that hit. 2 hits for 80 damage. It's not bad. Oh, hey. That wasn't as bad as I thought. Crap. Hello, witch. I don't recognize you. Without warning, Astos attacked our castle. I do not recognize that witch. Who are you? Sniff, sniff. No, it's not you. Ah, there you are. You have monster magic flowing through you. I can smell it. I have a challenge for you. Will you accept? I will, but I would like to save it first. Oh, I don't have... $1,900 damage remaining. Now we will fight. Well, we did get him poisoned. $35. Oh, that'll work. First, is there salt? Is there salt in the wound? In terms of what? Or just the fact that, like, my character has 5. I'm trying to keep y'all humble, okay? How's my... So why? Look, not everyone can have, you know, awesome spells and stuff like Marilith and Sushi, okay? I mean, don't get me wrong. I could, if I would upgrade. The problem is this, right? Is that because am I implying that you didn't earn them? Not at all. I'm implying that because I'm constantly punching with the code, I'm trying to keep your guys' users intact while only effing up mine. So it's much more of a precaution so that I don't wipe your guys' game data. I'll accept being a bit OP though. Yeah. If everything was tweaked in perfectly, you know, when I first launched the thing, you guys wouldn't be as strong as you are right now. I'm not saying I'm gonna nerf you guys. But I think the spells and stuff probably need tweaked a little bit. You fully expect a nuke at some point. I'm trying not to do it, but it's probably gonna happen at some point, you know, but I'll try to set you guys back to something. Not sure how I'm gonna do it. I mean, I don't necessarily need to. It could just be a matter of expanding out the characters that we already have, right? Can I get an Ultima spell? It might already exist. Actually, you know what? It did exist. And then I had to fix something and it erased it. So I want to put in a couple of really strong spells. Ultima's one of them. But obviously it's going to be freaking expensive as all piss. And then it's going to be... I don't know how to balance it. I also don't know what class to stick it in. I'll take Black Mage's spell, Hadoken from 8-Bit Theater. Not sure what that one is. So, like, Ultima is not a fire spell. It's not an ice spell. It's not a thunder spell. It's really more of like a holy spell of sorts. But I don't know. I don't have a classification for it as of yet. Because there's only a couple of spells that, like, I thought where I want to make sure I get some stronger tier spells. Ultima was one of them. I thought of possibly Maelstrom. No, we'll just sting them all. We'll see what that does. Was that a guaranteed whole Holy and Meteor? Yeah. So I think the bigger challenge that I have, Sushi, is so like I don't know how to, or what rather I should put the stronger spells categorized as, right? Because Holy is one thing, Meteor is something different, Ultima is something different, and I don't have a class or a group for those. It's gonna take me some time to find a specific comic strip, but I posted the beginning for you. Okay. We can just do attacks on this. Well, I thought for sure I'd take you down. Only 120 gold, dude. Man, this is just. I'm really scared to go to try. I see, the thing is, I'm not ready to go down into Marsh Cave. I would die. I know I would die. So we got to do some grind. That said, we could go explore. We could go explore Northwest Castle. I mean, we don't have the. So it doesn't really serve us any real purpose to go up to Northwest Castle at the moment. And I need to figure out the machinists. Skills, because I'm not utilizing his skills at all at the moment. Can you stop hitting me, please? Hey, the unicorn appears. When was Unicorn a high-level boss? I don't know. I didn't say everything made sense. part of it was just me throwing in a slew of monsters and finding images for them and then stuff like that. Unicorn, closest there was Ixion from 10. I mean, we could change his name to Ixion. Would that make you feel better, Sushi, if I change his name to Ixion? Other than that, they were regular enemies. Well, for the record, it's hard to come up with enemies, sir. When you're coming up with all this crap on the fly. Yeah, I didn't figure you'd do anything, but it was... But I think I was just trying to see if there was anything... Ah, like you. Greetings, I'm one of the dragon sages. Uh-oh. Masters of the ancient dragons whose power has no equal. Are you really worthy of my frost dragon's blessing? Hell yeah! Hell no! Yeah, nope. Sure not. One shot spell the whole party. What happened to first? He's dead. So that said, if people want to come up with monsters that they would like to see inside of the hunt game, shoot me a message in Discord. It's the only way it's going to be captured. So that I can take a look at what you think the monster class should be. Again, it goes up to 5 tiers. So common, normal, rare, epic, and ultimate or something. I don't remember. Basically, it's tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's an S tier. The S tier is what I have started to signify for specifically for Esper hunts. You know. So, you know, or super bosses. The monster class, obviously there's one true class of monsters, humans. Weapons should be a tier 5. I think they might be a tier 5. They are... I tried to make the weapons all like a higher tier. Let me see. Yeah, so Atma... Atma save is a tier 4, and it only goes from 1 to 4, but there's a class system as well. Then I have Emerald Weapon, Yizmat, Ruby Weapon, Omega Weapon, Gilgamesh. So the weapons, Yizmat, Gilgamesh, those are all S tier. So it's a work in progress. We had Emerald tier 4 and got wrecked. I mean, get good. Get strong. So I've really struggled with certain aspects of the hunt game. I like it being automated for the standard hunt. Meaning the player doesn't need to know, the user in chat, you guys, me, don't need to do anything to attack. You don't need to give it a fight command. You don't need to give it a spell command. You don't need to. That's all tried to be baked in. The other option that the way I had for it was be like for you guys to pick and choose what you wanted to use, you know, but then that would require you to remember the commands, which I kind of didn't want people trying to remember what the command was. I wonder why it's giving a tier 4. So let's take a look at something. So Yizmat, for example, is a tier 4, which is the highest tier. He's an S-class monster. Weak to bolt, resistance to ice. Not sure why Yizzy is coming up. Endurance is this, default tier. This should actually be it. Yeah, I'm not sure why that came up like that. Hard to upgrade when all you get is tiers 3 and 4. I mean, that's kind of the point. It's not intended to be able to upgrade every single time, Sushi. You're supposed to have to try to earn the stuff for it. It hasn't been balanced up to this point. What happens if I set you back to Firebrand? You talking about like your weapon? I mean, basically it just will set you, it'll set your attack power down. So, players, Marilith. I mean, your thing is only 100 damage. The Ice Brand is only a 100 attack damage. So I don't think... Are all your spells maxed? Really? Oh, yes, you are. Yes, yes, they are, aren't they? So, not necessarily the logical question, but a question. Should I be making it harder to get spells and things like that? I'm just not sure how to balance everything yet. My main focus was to get things working and then get balance. I think it's probably like 65-70% of the way there, but it definitely, when I'm the only one that's working on it, it's a little bit harder to know what to use. Look at the gold. Look at the gold. Has it been too high of a payment? Also, by optimizing. Optimize your turn on the party multiplier. So I'd be curious. Spells are already stronger on purpose because I wanted them to offset a party multiplier. Are the spells being multiplied through a party multiplier as well? Because it's not supposed to. You think it is? All right, well, let's take a look at the Esper hunt. So you attacked for 375, but you hit for a crit with the spell because he's weak against it. The Gandega, by default, has a 300 damage value. I don't think it's doubling. It isn't multiplying in Esper, it's just in standard. Really? I kicked off a standard hunt. So we have Ultros, it appears. Yeah, because spells aren't supposed to be multiplied out through a party damage. 205. $375 times 2 divided by 150 times 2 plus. All right, so we need to check standard hunt. Do not want spells being doubled in party damage. Well, let's see. This I'll tweak. Yeah, I want this on purpose. Five 130. This I generally like, though I might need to tweak it a little bit. Weapon crit chance. I was fine with 15%. I mean, it could be 10. Maybe make what 10% weapon crit. Yeah, it's fine. Weapon crit multiplier 1.5. I mean, that's I'm 1.25. Spell use. I see. It's only a 30. Yeah, so it's only a 35% chance of you using a spell, too. But you seem to be using Thundega a lot. Oh, here it is. This is why you're not seeing it. Party damage. I didn't want party damage on an Esper hunt, but I was okay with it being on a standard hunt. But we need to find a way to strip out the spell portion of it. I don't want if a user uses a spell, we don't want that spell damage doubled or tripled or whatever. %35% base plus extra bonus for an enemy. Do I have an extra? I don't do it. Well, I might have it under the monsters. Yeah, so I haven't. So so here's the thing. I've implemented the evasion. I haven't turned it on. That's why you guys. That's why we haven't seen any of it get anything like that happen yet. Because I just haven't enabled it fully. That we should probably test. And see, like, I don't have a way of generating another class of spell. So I got to do that yet. Tooltip says dodge weapon attacks. Is this just weapons or spell? Where? For this? Talking about evasion? It should. This should just. I don't know. I don't have that answer. Because it almost should have like a separate column for spell evasion. Write it down. Here, let me do this. Let me go over to ask. Looking at the code for monster evasion. Does the evasion count only toward weapon attacks or spells as well? Really? Okay. So for those I say, if you do my stats now, you should have gotten a pretty massive bonus of gold for the Esper hunt. Which is an intended mechanic, for the record. I deliberately wanted that to be about 30K. So the way that that's configured, let me go back to yeah, so I'll just show you. So this is our Esper hunt one, right? Depending on what class monster gets pulled in, depends on what the gold multiplier is. right? So if it's an S tier, it's a 5x multiplier, which I'll probably drop down to like 3 or something, you know. But basically, whatever is there is what you get inside of here. The other thing that you get is if someone is in chat, when the monster dies, you get an extra little bonus multiplier. Actually, that's not right how I want it. I gotta look closer at that. You were at 300 before. Well, again, and you got a bonus because you were here and you were part of the fight and stuff. So it's an intentional thing. Though with the espers, such a big bonus makes it super easy to buy all your spells. So that might be a little. I clearly need to have some adjustments on that. No, it's intended for it to be a much better increase in money over a standard hunt. Because again, I'm expecting those to take place over a course of time. The unicorn was kind of a rare one because that's been my test one that I've been using. So I've already been doing a bunch of damage against it. And then you just kept rolling frickin' Thundega like crazy. Hey, Fruity. See, I kind of feel like Shiva should be a stronger thing, not a tier 2. Suggestion then. Require an item to upgrade spells to tier 3. Item drops from normal monster hunts as either random or tracked number of items. How would that be implemented though? I mean, the database that I have for everybody's player names and stuff like that could keep track of if an item, if a player has an item. So that's not, it would be implementing how do we implement a random drop of an item. Fruity's out of money. I need a good way to heal. I don't have that just yet. $3,000, we ain't there yet. Lend Sushi Gold because I'm not using it? It seems like you guys are able to fire off the hunts a lot faster than intended too. But of course, I do only have it set to like the cooldown. I think is only set to like 5 minutes currently. Yeah. Oh, dang it. I have two hunt timers, global and individual. Individual can bypass global. Is there? Oh, okay. So this guy here is a user cooldown. I don't know if I don't know if that's set up as a global cooldown. I think it's set up as a just player cooldown, which is why you guys have been able to spam it. That should be changed. That should just be a master cooldown. Where's my notepad? All right, so start hunt cooldown. There should only be one global cooldown, not per user. Okay, so Merilith, your question earlier about evasion. It is currently set up that evasion is for weapon attacks by default. Spells only if spell evasion is turned on and enabled in settings. You want this wired up, switch to agent. Oh, actually, hang on. Oh, actually, I stand corrected. Right now, evasion does not apply to battles or spells in battle. The toggles and per monster values are scaffolding only. Okay, so it's actually not implemented at all yet. Not dodging the spells now, are you, sucker? Like, yes, I am. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Ugh. Hey, it's not my fault Shiva's hot. Cast Viagra. Oh wait, yes she is. I mean, to be fair, that was... How does... Wait. So Lord doesn't keep his TP? He has to get it every fight? Really? You should probably heal. And the cooldowns shown are currently our individual's cooldown. Yeah, I wasn't aware. I thought that the cooldown was a global cooldown. I wasn't aware it was an individual cooldown, and that was never the intention. The intention was never for it to be an individual cooldown. It was always meant to be a global. So that's just a oversight on my part. This is why you need QA testers. This is... Yes. And that's kind of what everyone in chat's is for. To be fair, I also tended to, as time goes on, I tend to keep adding more and more stuff to it, because in my brain I go, oh, this could work, and then be like, oh, oops, unpaid intern reporting for duty. I mean, really, whoops, the whole purpose of the hunt game was just some way that we as a community can interact in a silly little way, silly little game, you know, that can take place while we're doing stuff. And I mean, it's doing that, but it's definitely needs some refinement. In that regard, it has succeeded, as it is fun breaking it as playing it. See, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with someone getting super OP, but at the same time, I need to find a way to balance the OP-ness, you know? And I'm not set right now, frick, with how the Esper hunt is played specifically. There's just, I'm okay sort of with the way that the standard hunt takes place. I'm not okay with the way that the Esper hunt is taking place at the moment. I just haven't figured out how I want the Esper hunt to roll. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I just don't know. That is because Esper hunt isn't actually started. Start hunt doesn't automatically start a new Esper hunt. And espers actually have their own, an esper hunt actually has its own command. Which is why it's not appearing. Which I think is, I'm going from memory, I think it's just Esper Hunt. Exclamation point commands could also, oh, well. So, like, what I would like to, I don't know. What are your guys' feelings on this? So, with espers, so here's the thing. I like the way that the windows come up and down and such like that for a regular hunt. An esper hunt, I don't really want the window to be up all the time. So maybe I'll set it so that it comes up for, I don't know. I don't know if I should take the esper hunts and set it so that it's not to where it's not an automatic hunt. It's something that, like, maybe you guys would have to use. I mean, I could set it up so that you guys would use channel points to attack it, but it would use your base power stat. I just don't know. I mean, there's so many things with the Esper Hunt, because the Esper Hunt is something new that I've put in within the past couple weeks. You know, I mean, I haven't been streaming, so... Can you set the window to display for 10 seconds when Esper damage triggers? Yes, I could. It's not set that way currently, but yes, it is something that we could do. When Esper takes damage, show overlay window with Esper for X number of seconds showing damage taken and fade out after X seconds. So one of the things, so I've had different ways I've thought about doing an Esper hunt. I've thought about, at the moment, I just kind of wanted to get it working. Which, I mean, it's working. It's worked to some degree. Oh, you're dead. But here's the way that I've thought of a couple different ways that I've thought an Esper hunt could go. One, actually poison that guy instead. I've thought about just having like a static image of of like basically I would have to redo my layouts, which is why I haven't done it. Because I kind of like the way I have my layout where it's just full screen. Ooh, I am low on health. I will finish that train of thought here in a second. No one's dead yet. I don't need to heal. But I don't want... I have over 4,000. Hell yes, baby! This is going to be a massive jump. Though I kind... Oh, damn it. Though I kind of feel like the jump should be on him. I may pay for this later. I don't... But oh well. Look at that jump. 13 to 23. Then we could, in theory, decon. Let's take a look at the I do want coppers, but I think the weapon is going to be more important to me at the moment. More money. Okay, so here's the way that I've seen in my brain an Esper hunt could work. We could, whoops, I need to get on the game first. Set it up and pretty much leave it exactly like it is, where overlays there, it's just every 15 minutes or so, it does an attack on it. Because, I mean, right now it's set for 5, which is way too fast. For the bonuses that you get for it. So I definitely think I should at least set that to a higher timer. The next item that I could see it as would be no overlays on the screen until somebody initiates an attack on it, but that would could require me putting in channel points to be for that people could attack whenever they want without a cooldown timer, but it would require the use of channel points for it. I kind of don't like that specific option, just because if somebody doesn't have any channel points or they're just you know, whatever, I kind of want it to be able to be used by anybody, just kind of the way why I have it set up the way it is right now. So I don't think I want to do anything specific with, say, the channel points. Now what I could do is I could set it so that a user could use channel points to do bonus damage to it, to where you could pick, hey, cast a spell on it. And then when that does, the overlay pops up, shows you what the spell damage would be. Overlay goes back away. I kind of like the bar. Why did you do a wrong screen? Wasn't on a wrong screen. If I was gonna use channel point triggers, set it at 1 tick or 10 points with the GDC at whatever you set it to be. GDC? Sorry, it's been a long day. My brain is not thinking on global cooldown. Yeah, the Esper hunt is probably the thing that needs the most work. It all needs work, but... Yeah, global cooldown definitely needs fixed. That has been abused to high hell tonight. Because I wasn't aware that it was messed up. I have a point redemption. I have a point redemption for it? Point redemption for what, Sushi? I might have added a point redemption to start a hunt, but I don't know if I've... Do I? Well, the stronger you guys get, or the stronger chat as a whole gets, the stronger the enemies are going to be by default. That's an intended mechanic. Because what's the point of throwing up a common enemy that's got, 50 health when you guys are sitting there, have a weapon that hits for 100 base? I mean, there's no point in that coming up. Still weird that we had hardly any low tiers. Not really. I mean, realistically, not really. And here's why. Here's the low tiers, guys. Look at their health levels. I mean, tier 1, you're not going to see you're just not going to see them right now with the strength that you guys are as a collective whole. You won't. You're going to start, you'll throw in probably tier 3s and such like that, because of the way that the dynamic difficulty is. So right now, if the party attack power is above 50, by default, it's going to go back to 2 and 3. No, for the tier. So I mean, it's a whole. It goes back to balance. Yes, and unfortunately, I'm not good at balancing. Oh, granted, but even at the original 5X, okay, the 5X, yeah, that was kind of high. Okay, we apparently have ads going on, so. Goozy. In fact, at the current balance, it is mathematically impossible for us to defeat a tier 4, even if everyone in chat joined. I'd have to look. I just don't know. It won't be once weapons start getting leveled up. I don't even think I have a tent. I can't go up there. As an off-the-cuff example, 3 of us average 700 to 900 damage. It'd be a whole lot more if I just upgraded my stuff. I mean, I could cheat myself in an Ultima weapon. Take goes to 1200 against the 5k HP tier 4. That's pocket change. Yeah, but you have to remember that the monster's damage scales with the party member. So just because the box says it has 1200 or 10,000 health doesn't mean that's what the party is attacking or against. If that makes sense. Also, did Spaceballs play? No, it doesn't. But it... Oh, it didn't play. I thought... Okay. I really need to figure out how to get my machinist's skills, which wouldn't be hard if I just freaking looked, honestly. Can construct magic tools using spare parts from item shops and other basic materials from deconstructing equipment. Magic tools are used in combat from the magic menu. To construct, select from magic menu outside of combat after obtaining related schematic. Well, no wonder does it. No wonder. I want to see how crossbow hits. I mean, I'm sure it's not going to do a Final Fantasy VI, you know, style where it shoots the arrows, but, you know. All right. It doesn't make sense. Okay. So here's the way it's currently configured. Okay. So if we take a look at the not this, not this. We take a look at this. And this could be tweaked because this is something I've recently added. If you have a party of 3 people, the monster only has 55% of his health. So he's not actually having, you know, 10,000, he has 5,000. And as players get stronger, their weapon damage is going to go up drastically. So like right now, for example, you guys are at 100, but it's going to start, you know, bumping up. Well, Bahamut is a higher tier monster. I'm not expecting us to be able to beat it. His base is 4,500. I think part of it is that these values here probably, I know will need to be tweaked. But literally, these 2 tables were just added by me last week. These are really, really new elements of the configuration page for this. So these were just like values that were thrown out into the wind to see if how any of them sticks and where there's problems and stuff, because I knew there would be. I just didn't know what they would be until I streamed. Yeah. So on lower parties, their health values need to be tweaked. Ooh, we got 4,000 gold. Yes, 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 yes. Better weapon, better weapon, better weapon. If I mentioned I like better weapons. 17 to 25. Thunder thrust, momentum. Curiosity. Do I get to keep the... Oh, I don't. Now I'm confused. Hang on. Oh, I do have it. So I get to keep it once I've... Or maybe I have to have that weapon on my inventory. Testing. Let's trade you for shits and giggles to you just for a second. Okay, so he has to have the weapon on him. Okay. I can work with that. Offer a prayer to summon the spirit of a wayward Ronin to learn secret techniques. It must be used at the location where Ronin fell in battle, marked by cherry blossom flowers. I haven't seen any of those. Let's see. Actually, it'd be worth testing to set the party multipliers back to 543 if you can unlink magic damage from multiplying. So you're thinking put him back to what I had him as originally? I think the original damage numbers are probably still going to be too high. Oh, look at that. 2 hits for 188. Fuck yeah. I mean, I can... for two party members. I think I had it at 3.5. 3 party members. I think I had it at 2.5. 4 party members. We'll see what this does. Save. It'll work until weapons start doing as much base damage as spells. Eventually, the weapons are going to be doing more damage than spells. You know, I mean, that's just facts. And it's, well, okay. It's going to be doing more damage than spells until I add the high tier spells. See, now I want to go back to like the other places and see if there's what weapon they might have there. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the Esper hunts are meant to take a long time, and it's definitely not meant to be freaking abused. But that's why the rewards are higher for it, you know? One final Esper hunt, gold-wise, is worth a whole lot more. I asked my daughter to give me the phone book. She laughed at me, called me a dinosaur, and handed me her iPhone. So the spider's dead, the iPhone's broke, and my daughter's pissed. Oh, that's good. Now, whether it's true or not is a completely different thing, Sushi. I don't know if I'm looking at the economics for base. If we keep hitting tier 4s that we can't defeat, we don't own money, so there's no incremental gains from regular hunts like there was when we were getting mostly tier 3s. Okay. I mean, yeah, I was sitting here thinking, I mean, I could implement a thing with regular hunts that if we don't kill it, the monster just gets away, and then the next time that hunt comes up, that monster would have less health. But I think implementing that logic would be more of a pain in the rear end. I mean, Esper hunt is kind of the end goal. Sort of. But you still need to, we still need to do a way of, yeah, there's a lot of balancing that needs to be. The bard really is worthless. So once we hit an impasse like we have now where we can't defeat the monster spawned, we have to complete an esper to move forward. Yes. It's yes and no, I suppose, actually. Yeah, because I want new players to be able to join to join in. So yeah, the balance is messed up. Because if somebody new is joining in that hasn't been here when you guys have been racking up your stuff, they're not going to be able to get anything, which I don't want, because then it's not fun. And that's what we don't want. We don't want it to not be fun. We want it to be, you know, enjoyable. At the same time, I don't want it to be like a cakewalk. That makes sense. And then there's the question of why it's been all tier 4s tonight, or at least 90%, which suggests to me that the party power has hit a trigger point where we have very high. Oh, dang gone. May be getting close to that time, y'all. It's me, the party power has hit a trigger point where we have a very high tier 4 chance, even if that isn't intended. So my intent was, as party power increased, the tier monsters would increase by default. Because I still want it to be a challenge per se. No, I don't want a guaranteed win of fighting, you know, a tier 1 monster, for example, when you guys are clearly overpowered for that. I mean, realistically, right now, you guys are probably tier 3 every time. So it's... Yeah, the spawn math's definitely messed up. For sure. But I've also never put a lot of thought into the that part of it, because I've been so focused on trying to make sure things just work, and I stopped breaking stuff when I added something new. It is about that time. I'm getting tired. I need to take my gummy. Probably start to settle for the night. It's only 9:53. I know. Sushi, but you gotta remember, I don't sleep, man. Well, I've been sleeping a little bit better since I've been taking the gummies. I meant time to start putting thought into math. No. I don't want to put thought into the math. Should I? Yes. Do I want to? No. And that's kind of a conundrum.
Sorry, sir. Doing my best.
Ooh, that isn't there. I mean, if I want a hand with it. It'll probably end up where we'll have to do something like that. Maybe just do like a stream where we just look strictly at like the things. I mean, I'll start to go through it and try to figure out some base numbers, and then I can tweak it, and then we can see how it runs. But the problem, it's not a problem, but it's a problem. The game plays differently if you're a new player that doesn't have anything than when it does with a player like you and Sushi and Fruity and everybody that's leveled up. So it's when the power tiers gear up. Ooh, I have 4,000. I need a little bit more. It wouldn't be hard to put a scaling spreadsheet together that just auto-calculates damage and multipliers. Meredith, I don't spreadsheet, man. I do. First needs to try something, but he needs to get his armor first. Because I've Nope. Well, now I feel stupid. Better than that. Offers there if you want. I just need the raw data. All right. I will try to go through and fix it, and then we'll. Or at least try to like kind of go through it a little bit and try to look at some of the numbers. Bum ba dum bum. Damn. He wasn't supposed to die. No dying, bad for your health. Imagine that. You know what Final Fantasy 1 really needs? Phoenix Downs. For 10K each. My dogs are getting upset that I'm still sitting in here. I hear Mrs. First down there talking to the dogs going, Daddy's still down there streaming. So weird. So it's here, but it doesn't give me the option to use it. Not entirely following how his skills work just yet. Yeah, I heard you down there talking to him. It is 10 o'clock. It's about that time. Let's heal up our guys. And we'll do a save. Because he's ready to go to sleep and he wants everyone settled down. He's a little turd. All right, my friends. I think we are going to call it an evening. I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 balance. I have a bunch of stuff I need to work on in terms of the game. We'll figure it out. And if not that worried about it. We do this crap for fun. All right. That said, everybody, as always, thank you so much for spending part of your evening with me. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday night. Blessings on you. Blessings on your family. Stay safe. Be well. I will catch you guys all later on. Should be Friday, and we'll go from there. Everybody, have a lovely rest of your night. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.